Good evening, good morning, hello, and welcome. You've made it to the end of October, which means you've made it to Halloween. I was invited to participate in something that became way cooler than I ever imagined it could have been. I had the privilege and the opportunity to work with some of my favorite YouTube crafters, makers, and creators. How could I turn this down? And, well, I couldn't, and I didn't, and we're here now. I couldn't be happier. This, my friend, is a glimpse into the journey of 4 friends that wanted to create a project for ourselves and maybe for you to enjoy as well. This is the Monster Bash. I suppose I should explain a little bit of what we're doing here. We each drew 20 or so different monster body parts. We then shared those cards with everyone else and drew from that deck of cards to determine what our monster was going to look like. That was the rules. That was it.
Explain you what you came up with, or is Trent going to?
No. I'd
We
love
can
you
say
to, please.
Every other
Okay.
word.
No. You can't.
So we all have our stack of cards, right?
I should probably mention that I just stole this clip from Raquel, so this exact clip will be in her video. It just made the most sense. Okay, enjoy.
We're gonna go with the chaos method. So you need to take all of your cards and just shuffle them.
Okay, and then what do we do?
And then we'll go around the circle and everyone just pick a random amount of cards that you want to draw.
But, okay, everyone think of a number. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. We'll all go around in a circle. Draw one at a time.
Okay.
So we did end up drawing the cards one by one and went in kind of a little circle, but I just wanted to show you what everyone drew in the end to make this part a little bit quicker. I obviously needed to gather some supplies and some pieces to build this model. And so I went to my local game store, got a couple different minis, and got a couple of extra fun treats to make this real. Working with Raquel, Bill, and Trent was so rewarding and also challenging, but in the most fun way. If for whatever reason you aren't tuned into their work, I've made their links available for you. Go check them out. Oh yeah, did I mention that each of them are making their own video as well to accompany their Monster Bash? It's exciting. The beauty of this project is that we all get to interpret the cards in our own way, and boy, did we ever do that. For me, the parts I drew gave me a very coatl, I think I'm saying that right, feel. So I kind of ran with that idea. I set out to make a 2-headed, serpent-like flying monster that I could put on my D&D table in front of my players. And if you're wondering, I do intend to stat this monster up. I'm really hoping that some of you see this and are inspired to take these cards or these printouts and do this yourself. Shuffle them up and choose how many monster pieces you want and actually create this for yourself. I think that that is so cool that you basically have the opportunity to work with some of the same exact inspiration pieces that all 4 of us in this project did. That really excites me and inspires me, and if you do, honestly, I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. Going into this, since I already kind of had a plan and I bought specific pieces to make a specific thing, I just started hacking it and putting it together. It wasn't really complicated. I had the clear vision from the cards and then the vision in my mind, and I just went for it. And I knew that I could just fill in green stuff into all of the nooks and crannies and sculpt around that to make it look good. And I just used the existing textures on the models to replicate what it might look like if they were actually fused or combined in that way. There really wasn't much to it. There's something nice about hacking apart several minis and gluing them together to make one strange but cohesive model. As for the painting of this thing, I really let the airbrush do most, if not all, of the work. I really wanted it to be vibrant and have a very bright color palette, and I knew that I could achieve that with inks through my airbrush. On top of that, I did some highlighting with just other colors. You know, I just went a little bit higher on the blues and then a little bit into the pinks on top of the red / maroony color that I did on the top. But other than that, it was a pretty simple paint job. I just followed the lines in the model and I didn't get super duper creative with it. In terms of the base, I got some Citadel skulls that I littered around the bottom, and then I covered that with some earth texture as well. That specific kind is by Citadel. I can't remember what exactly it's called though. It's the tan kind, you know? The tan earth kind. After that, I used a little bit of Agrax Earthshade to stain the base, and then I brushed on some highlights, which I don't think you can see here. But that's it. Really simple base, and I finished it off with a nice, solid black rim. That's about it, honestly. This was an incredible experience for me, and I intend to make more monsters in this exact same way. I highly, highly recommend that you go check out the other people that I collaborated with. That is Trent from Miscast, Raquel from Rack Rex Art, and then Bill from Berserker Works. I hope you have a good day. Peace out.